going to be about recycling, because this is discovering nature. And I feel like recycling is kind of a cool topic to kind of jump into. So to start, we're going to do some icebreakers because, I don't know, I feel like that's fun. So I can start. I think maybe we can all introduce ourselves and give 3 fun facts about yourself. So I can start. My name is Anna. I just graduated on Saturday. I'm the youngest of 3. My older brother Bart and my sister is helping me video. And I have a golden retriever named Cody. Who wants to go next?
I'll start since I'm on the end.
Yes.
I also graduated from Immaculate High School back when the building was very young. I'm married. Both my sons are Eagle Scouts. And that's not easy to get there. I run the St. Nicholas Bingo down the hall, down the street. And it's a very successful bingo. Takes up more time than what I should put to it, but it's fun, and that's pretty much it.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Just say my name.
Put your name and 3 things about you.
I'm Lottie Fanning. I live with my daughter-in-law and son. And been retired for many years.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm Woody Williams, and I am a former Girl Scout leader for, I don't know, 10 years maybe? Anyway, and I'm known on the block as the Crazy Chicken Lady.
Nice.
I'm Mary Sublik, and I enjoy swimming, and I'm, my 3 children, I believe, are like my jewels. My oldest daughter was an Olympian.
Oh, wow.
And I just enjoy the grandchildren at this stage of the game.
Great. That's fantastic.
I'm Meg Bonacci. I just retired from 30 years in Girl Scouts. And I'm the 7th of 8 children and the only one with a name that doesn't start with a J.
Nice.
I'm Ruth Murphy. I just retired. I just relocated from Long Island to here. So I'm here very close to 2 years. So,
Nice.
and I'm one of 5. So.
I'm Barb Nago. Obviously, I've been retired for a while. And I live here in New Fairfield. I live with my daughter and a member of the Senior Center.
Nice.
My name is Carolyn McShane, and I'm just interested in being here, to learn about what you have to offer and what kind of projects you're working on.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Pat from Danbury, and I'm an ex-Girl Scout leader. And recently I sold a lot of Girl Scout cookies for my granddaughter.
Nice.
She's in kindergarten and she's in 1st grade.
Nice.
My name is Karen. I'm a retired teacher. I garden, and I'm also writing a book with one of my friends.
Oh, what's the book about?
We'll get a publisher.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Colleen Lino. I'm the oldest of 6 kids. I have a dog, Bella, who I walk over here a lot. There's a beautiful house on the back. And really nice woods in the back. And we live in Fairfield.
Nice. Do you guys want to go or?
I'll go.
Yes.
I'm Kathy. I'm the director here, and I wish I could sit in on every one of these classes because it sounds like so much fun, but I can't. But I just want to listen in a little bit today. I was a Girl Scout, and I only made it through cadets, so I know how important this is and how big it is, because not too many get to this point, and you should be very proud.
Thank you.
I'm Janet Caphazola, and I'm actually from Vermont, but I'm living here in New Fairfield now for probably over 30 years. So this is starting to feel like more home than it did in Vermont. I was a Girl Scout for probably 1 month, and then there were nobody wanting to be leaders. So that was the end of Girl Scouts. But the month that I was there, I had so much fun with it. So I made sure my daughter got into Girl Scouts, and she was a Girl Scout all the way up to her senior year. Never completed the Gold Award. So kudos on that, Anna.
Thank you. I'm Elizabeth Flaherty. I'm her sister. I currently go to UConn. I'm studying music and film. What else? I have a golden retriever, and his name's Cody. Cool. Okay, thank you all for telling me about yourself. So, let's start. So, what is recycling? I feel like we all kind of know like what recycling is, but I think so. Recycling is the action or process of converting waste into reusable material. So, like I know it seems kind of like we're just recycling, but it can actually have a very big impact because it reduces the amount of waste in landfills, so that land can get used towards other stuff, and it can reduce like protects the animals and the nature and the ocean, all that good stuff. So like the big ways you can recycle are through, there's like the 3 R's. They're called reduce, reuse, and recycle. So you reduce the amount of waste you produce, so you can return your plastic water bottles, you can use less paper plates, use your good china when people come over. Buy in bulk to cut down like individual packing. I know Costco and BJ's are really good for that. That's where we go. And reuse. So like as much as you can like repurpose old furniture, clothes. Go to thrift stores. So instead of buying new, reuse and get something that's already been used. So you can save the environment. So you stop your like waste, the amount of waste you're putting out. And you're also saving a little bit of money because thrifted items are obviously cheaper, and that can be nice. And you never know what sort of cool finds you'll get. And then recycle whenever possible. And this is kind of like an easy one because we all have that little blue bin. So if you just throw your plastic bottles and your extra cardboard, like that pizza box you just finished, put it in the blue box instead of just in the trash. Aluminum, and even some places have, you can like save your electronics. Like I think Best Buy. I think you can go to Best Buy and you can trade in your electronics, or you can recycle them. Get them out
They
of
do
your
them
house.
at our local drop-off center. There's a place for electronics.
The dump has it,
Yeah.
because we put it in fact, my husband put copper wiring, and they gave him money for it, but he's a linesman, so they're
And they're free at the drop-off center.
yeah,
To bring
it's
them.
good. A lot of stuff is free.
Yeah. Anywhere else that we know of?
In Danbury, Danbury does it too.
Nice. Do you guys use any of this? Like, how do you guys recycle or reduce, reuse?
Actually, I'm from Danbury and I just recycled this morning. We have, Danbury has a mobile recycle truck that's in 5 different spots, and 2 of them are very close to New Fairfield. On Monday, I got this down. Mondays is at the War Memorial, but Tuesday's over at Richter Park. Wednesday, it's down by the PAL building. Thursday, it's over at King Street Firehouse, just right there. And then Friday, it's on Mill Plain by the Subway liquor store.
Oh,
Okay?
wow.
And you just take your stuff, and they're there from like 9 to 2, sometimes a little bit earlier, but don't go by 2 o'clock because the truck is full. And then you just put all your recycling in there, and that's what the dog understands the word recycling because he's like, he's like, ready to go.
You're gonna have to teach your dog that word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have to be a Danbury?
There's nobody checking you. I see New York plates
Really?
that even show up there.
But if you're like, my husband has a business in Danbury, so if he was a taxpayer,
Yeah, there's nobody there. Sometimes there's a lady or a guy that will be there because people have been throwing styrofoam, which is not recyclable. Yeah, and they get on their high horse. But then, what they do is just somebody drives it there. They go work for the city of Danbury, and then somebody at 2 o'clock brings them back over there, and they drive the truck.
okay.
So it's just stationed there.
Is it every Wednesday at the PAL
Yeah, Wednesday at the PAL building.
and during the day?
Yeah, from 9 to 2.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, And sometimes they get there by 8:30 if you're on your way. So.
Will they take glass?
Oh yeah, glass. They take glass, cardboard, all the stuff that you want to recycle. They do.
3 different bins.
Well, not anymore. It used to be. It used to be different bins. Now it's all just one recycle. And what amazes me is the amount of 5-cent returnables that people just throw in there. And part of me just wants to dumpster dive in there and take it out, because that's adds up to be big money after a while. I mean, there's like bags of them that they just, but at least they're recycling them, not throwing them out. So
That's true.
Like the new Fairfield dumpsters, the same
Yes.
thing that she has. They have glass separate, and they have furniture, and then they have garbage for you can put in there. Then they have a place to put your, like if you have weeds and stuff or branches that are falling. Brush, all kinds of stuff. So it's basically some things they don't charge you for, a lot of stuff. Then they have categories for everything, like electronic, and so it's similar to what you said, but it's all I don't know what the street is anyway. It's across
Bigelow.
Bigelow, that's it, Bigelow. Okay. Anyway, but Bella gets a treat. My dog gets a treat. So,
The dogs are right on it. Thank you for sharing that. I didn't know about the one in Danbury, the moving. And I didn't know that the electronics are acceptable over hours. That's really cool. I just want to say that, so recycling we can like think out of the box. Like it doesn't have to be just reduce, reuse, recycle. That seems kind of boring and like, I don't know, you're like, ooh. But some artists, so over the past couple years, a movement within like some artist communities has begun. And they're upcycling, it's like upcycling art. So they're making art out of like trash, which is like blowing my mind. Like especially Tim Noble and Sue Webster, they're like making these weird little like silhouettes, but when you shine the light on it, it's like a silhouette.
Oh.
They have like a whole collection. So there's some that are like climate neutral, and others that are like 1% pledges. So the climate neutral companies are ones that they see that their products, the way they produce them, are ethical and they don't have an impact on the environment. So like some of them are called like carbon neutral. So the way that they produce their products, there's not as much carbon emissions as like some of their competitors. And the 1% pledge, like that bullet point, is referring to companies that they donate a percentage of their revenue, maybe not 1%, might be like 0.5 or 2%, to nonprofits that are like environmentally, like activism or other endeavors along that line. So I thought that was kind of cool. And the benefits that the companies get from like recycling and reusing and like having carbon neutral or that sort of thing is it reduces their energy consumption, which saves them money, as we all know. All agreed. And then you save money on new materials. And some cool companies that I found that I thought I'd point out were Levi, Patagonia, ThredUp, and Thrift Books. So the Patagonia and the Levi have kind of the same like trade-in sort of program. You can trade in your old clothes for money or trade in for a new pair. And then ThredUp is an online thrift store, which is just, it's kind of like Amazon, but like a thrift store. It's kind of cool if you want to check that out. And then Thrift Books is like thrift store for books, I guess. This is Levi's like ad for their second hand. I just thought it was like $46 billion value each year, like of thrown away clothes that could be continued. You could have worn them, and you didn't need to throw them away. I thought that was pretty cool. So they started their initiative, and if you go onto their website, there's like a little tab you can click, and it brings you to the second hand, and you can buy it. So they're making double money, I guess, because they're selling the same piece twice. Which is kind of funny, but that's
They're not stupid.
Yeah, listen, they're thinking smarter, not harder, I guess. And then that's a picture of one of Thrift Books' warehouses, because I know I'm a big reader. I love to read. But Barnes and Nobles can get a little expensive. All the books are like a good like hardcover be like $20, $25, $22. But thrift books is I don't know, making it a little more affordable. People aren't throwing away their books. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. And I think those big boxes, it kind of shows you like the waste that like if they didn't donate them to thrift books, who knows where they would be, like the garbage. I don't know. That's kind of cool. And then sometimes like seeing how much waste is being accumulated, and like I read in one article, I didn't put it in this presentation, that plastic production is gonna increase like ×3. So say it's like 3 tons now, it's gonna be 9, and over the next like year and a half or something. So I think sometimes it's a little daunting to know that all this stuff is being made and all this waste, and I'm like, what can I do? Like I'm just one small person in this big world. But you can make a difference, because this is the coolest quote I think I found. So, if everyone in America recycled just 1 plastic bottle, those materials could make more than 5 million t-shirts, or about 6.5 million fleece jackets. And then if everyone recycled 1 aluminum can, 295 million new aluminum cans could be made. Or you could reduce the greenhouse gas emissions equivalent to taking 6,750 passenger cars off the road. That's crazy. So every time that you recycle, you're saving 6,750 passenger cars off the road. That's crazy. I don't know, that blew my mind. I don't know, that had the same effect on you. And that's kind of it. Any questions, comments, ideas?
Well, I was just wondering if they ever found a way to recycle diapers, disposable diapers. You know.
I don't know. I feel like, yeah, definitely the sanitary products.
There is a company now that makes compostable diapers. But, I mean, I have a compost heap, but I don't know if I would want to be throwing that in there. But they're working on it, I know that.
Yeah. I would think with this technology today, they could figure a way to do that.
Geez, we can all remember cloth
Cloth
diapers.
diapers is the way to go.
Yeah.
A little more work, but.
Okay.
If I could just add one interesting fact with the bingo, I've been very conscious about what we do. And I did not know this, but you know those plastic grocery bags that have since been outlawed in Connecticut?
Yeah.
Do you know how long it takes for them to decompose in the dump? 1,000 years.
Wow.
1,000 years to decompose. I was flabbergasted that it took that long. Something so thin that breaks so easily with groceries in them, but it takes 1,000 years to decompose.
Wow.
So
That's the same, like styrofoam is like even longer.
Yeah.
Would stay with me, styrofoam.
So if you put something in the bag and throw it away, now you've preserved it for 1,000 years in that bag.
Hopefully that would decompose before the bag does, but
I often think when they're picking up like the dog poop, they put it in a plastic bag and they throw it away.
Oh, but mine, I have and I left it in my pocket, and I put not with the dog poop in it, but I put the jacket in the attic, and when I took it back down and pulled that bag out, it was like confetti.
It's like, so
what do you have, a special bag that
They're supposed to be,
disintegrate.
Because I'm thinking,
That's happened with
now
me,
we're
too.
preserving the dog poop for health in here in the landfill, because it's nice they picked it up off the grass, but now it's in
They
the
do
landfill.
have a lot of bags for dog poop like that.
That do like
Yeah, I've had that happen with my bags disintegrating like that.
Mhm.
You did? Wow. That's cool. Maybe we should make the grocery bags out of that stuff.
Okay, well, on to today's activity, what you all came here for, I know. So, I don't know, maybe we should watch the video So we're gonna upcycle a little container. I have soil and seeds so you can plant something and take it home. But here are some ideas, or like how like other people have upcycled stuff. Some of them are kind of crazy, like planting stuff in shoes. Sorry guys.
We got a great sound system.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's really cute.
Clorox bottle.
I guess.
Bleach.
Shoes.
Oh, we should show them what Joanne's done.
Get one. Hats. Oh, that's so cute.
Okay. So you get the idea. That's some of the cool stuff other people have done. I've seen people take the old books that you don't, the weird ones that you don't like. Someone cut out some of the, like they opened it up and they made like a little hole and they put the soil in it and they grew. It was nice.
Have a book? Wow.
Because like I guess the papers.
Like compost after.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And like I guess when the seeds are like big enough, you just put it in another pot. I don't know. That was pretty crazy. Anyway, so we're gonna upcycle a little container. You have paintbrushes, and plates, so you can paint on them. So last night I made this sample, but the paint wasn't sticking to the plastic, so I I did a little primer beforehand. And you guys can put designs of little clouds, flowers. You can put nothing. You can just plant whatever your heart desires.
Write a cool saying.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. So we have I guess I don't know how to do this. Do you just want me to pass them out? Do you want like
Bless you.
I guess yeah. I can just give you each a little container. And then we have the egg cartons if you want to start more plants, not in the container. And we have, are you ready for this? We have oregano, spearmint, lavender, cilantro, and basil. And then we have 2 types of tomatoes, habanero peppers. But those are like a little more involved, so I don't know if you want to plant those. Yeah. And these are all from my house. I've been saving up. There's a lot of cottage cheese containers.
She painted it? You spray paint?
Yeah, this is like a plastic primer, something or other. Me and my dad found in the basement. Yeah. Because I was painting one of them, like I hadn't done this, and the paint wasn't sticking. I was like, well, this won't do. Take them, take your seeds. Pick
So
whichever
how are
one
the
you want.
habanero peppers more intensive, flavor intensive?
I think the main thing is they'll start out small, but you're gonna have to like transplant it into like a bigger one.
Right, okay.
I don't know which one. Like 2 square ones and then your pick.
If you want a round one, you can do it. Can I use an acre?
Yes.
Because once the plants get too big, you can cut them up into their little sections and just plant it in the ground. Yeah. Because it breaks down.
It does, yeah. If you want to do the peppers,
That's what I was thinking.
the
Yeah.
egg cartons are the
Right.
video.
Yep.
We have a lot of egg cartons.
Eggshell.
Give a card.
Right. Those are
Yes.
Yes, the calcium.
Yes, you could have both.
They need their calcium.
Cannibals.
Yes, they are. Gotta watch them.
Here is paint. You can like put some on the plates. Yes. You can like share.
Give me an egg.
You sure? No, those are good.
Would anybody else like egg cartons?
Or you put the soil in there,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
the seeds, these here.
Yes, whichever type of seeds you want.
Oh.
That would pass through. You can like open them and take the seeds out.
Yeah,
Like,
she has
like
it all
a
set up
couple.
for her.
Do you want me to get some water? To put that picture on?
Okay.
I can put the soil in here if you just want to get right into it.
Yes, yep.